In this lesson, we will discuss linear equations and inequalities. And this is our chapter number 1. So, first of all, we will discuss linear equations in one variable. To discuss linear equations or any type of equation for the matter, we need some terminology. The following equations in an equation in x, y, and z. Suppose if I will write down 4x plus 2y plus 6z plus 3 equal to 3y minus 8z minus 4. Right? The topic under discussion is linear equation. But before going to start linear equations, I will explain to you few terminologies. This is a kind of equation, and see, this is the equal to sign, this one. So this is called the left hand side of the equation, and this is the right hand side of the equation. And this is called an expression. On the left hand side, whatever you have, we have 4x plus 2y plus 6z plus 3. All together, this is called expression. This is expression of the left hand side. And this is also called the expression, and this is the expression of the right hand side, 3y minus 8z minus 4. See, this expression has 4x, then plus 2y, plus 6z, plus 3. Individually, these are called terms. 4x is one term, plus 2y is one term. Similarly, 6z is one term, right? These are called terms. So this expression has 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, and 4. While the expression which we have on the right hand side, it has 3 terms. 3y is one term, minus 8z is second term, and this is the third term. Right? All together it is called expression. Individually these are called terms. So this is the first term, and this, it has 4x, right? If I will write down 4x like this, so whatever we have in front of the variable, this is called the coefficient. So 4 is the coefficient. Right? Similarly, in 2y, 2 is the coefficient. Here 6 is the coefficient. Here 3 is the coefficient. Here minus 8 is the coefficient. And these, see, this is plus 3, this is minus 3. There is no variable here. So this is called the constant term. Constant term. Here we have positive 3, and on the right hand side we have minus 4. This is the constant term. So simply you can say that terms are the part of the expression. Right? Okay. Move on to the linear equation. A linear equation in x. Okay, see, this is 4x. If I will ask you what is the variable, sorry, I have forget. So x is called, this is the coefficient, this is the variable. This is the coefficient, this is the variable. So 4x is one term in which 4 is called the coefficient, x is the variable, and the variable is x. Here variable is y, here variable is z. Same thing, here variable is y, here variable is z. So a linear equation, I will write down for you here, right? Linear. A linear equation in x, or any variable you can write down, a, b, c, x, y, z. Generally we say z, x. So x is an equation. The short of equation is EQ, that can be expressed in the form of, can be expressed in the form of ax equal to b. This is the linear equation. Linear equation in x. If I will say linear equation in y, so you have to write down ay is equal to b. If I will say linear equation in z, so you have to write down az is equal to b. Simply you have to find out the value of the variable, right? In an equation that can be expressed a, x and b. This a and this b. A and b. These are constant here, while x is the variable, and we have to find out the value of the variable. A and b constant, right? While a should never be equal to 0. This is the condition of this linear equation. Why? So I told you, see, a and b are constant. If I will write down 3x instead of this a, I will write down 3. Coefficient x is equal to 6, right? So the answer will be how we will solve it. I will show you in the next lesson. But here the answer is divided by 3 divided by 3. It will cancel each other. So x is equal to 2. You will get some answer. So a should never be equal to 0. If I will say a is 0, so 0 x is equal to, suppose b is 6. So x, anything divided by 0, we will get error. That is why it says that a should never be equal to 0. This is the explanation of this definition. A linear equation in x is an equation that can be expressed in the form of ax is equal to b. A and b are constant, while x is the variable. You have to find out the value of x, while a should never be equal to 0. Right? Okay. So here I will write down for you few linear equations in the form of ax equal to b. Right? Each of these, what I am going to write down, the equations is linear in its variable. It is either already is in the above form, means in this form, or can be put, or you can write down in this form. Suppose first example is 2x is equal to 4. So see, this is linear. 2 and 4 are constant. This is the variable. Second example is, suppose 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. It is not in this form, but I will show you how you can write down this equation in this form. This is also linear. Right? If I will say like this, 3x minus 5 plus 4, 5 minus 2x equal to x plus 5. This is also a linear equation, but not in this form. I will solve these questions for you and show you that how you will convert this equation according to ax is equal to b. So these are the linear equations. If you have, right, if you have an equation like this, x square, this is called the exponent on power, minus 2x plus 4. Is this a linear? This is not the linear. Linear means you can say on the same line or same pattern. So see, this is x. This is x square. Because of this square, x square, this is not linear. If we have a equation like 3 divided by x plus 5x is equal to 2, you can solve this, but this is not the linear, because see, this is 5x, this is 3 over x. This x is in the fraction, in the form of fraction. That is why this is not linear. If I will say 2x plus 3 is equal to under root x. So here is the under root x, but here is 2x, again this is not linear. If I will say 2x is equal to 3, yes, this is linear, because there is no is the square of x, there is no cube of the x, there is no under root, there is no fraction, this is same. So this is in the form of ax is equal to b, this is linear. This is not linear. Why? In math you should know the concept, the logic, why it is not linear. Because this is 5x, this x is multiplying with this 5, here this x is 3 divided by x, so this is not linear. Here is this x is, the relation is multiplication, this is the under root, so this is not linear. So the objective in this section of this chapter is to solve the linear equation in a one variable, right? Suppose we have a question like this: 3 into x minus 5 plus 4 into 5 minus 2x is equal to x plus 5. So this is the left hand side of the equation, this is the right hand side of the equation. This means you have to find out the value of x that makes the expression, this expression and this expression, equal. You have to find out the value of x. How you have to find out the value of x, we will discuss this in the next lesson. But here I am just explaining the linear equations. So what are the linear equations and what are the not, right? One more simple example I can write down for you. Suppose how to solve the linear equation. Very simple. Suppose x plus 2 equal to 5. The easiest ways, here you have to find out the value of this variable x. We do not want anything. This is the left hand side of the equation and this is the right hand side of the equation. You have to find out the value of x and x is on the left hand side. We do not want anything here on the left hand side. So here is plus 2. You have to get rid, you have to remove this 2 from here. So first of all, you have to see what is the relationship between x and plus 2. There is a addition. The relation is addition. So what is the opposite of plus? The opposite of plus is negative. So the very simple way to solve this question, to solve this problem, is positive 2. Write down as it is. And the opposite of plus 2 is negative 2, so write down negative 2 here. Whatever we have to do on one side of the equation, you have to do on the other side. So here we did minus 2, here we will do minus 2 as well on the right hand side. This is positive 2, this is negative 2, this will cancel each other, only x is there. So x is equal to 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. This is the value of x. This is the, we have solved the very simple linear equation. And the beauty of this question is that both sides should be equal, right? So x is equal to 3. You can check your answer whether your answer is right or wrong, right? So this is our question. X plus 2 is equal to 5. Wherever you will see x in your question, you have to put the value of x, which is 3. So this is 3 plus 2 equal to 5. And 3 plus 2, 5. See, both sides are equal. It means our answer is correct. Same question, x plus 2 is equal to 5. I will solve for you with the another way which we will use in this book. So again, see, we want only x on the right hand side. We do not want anything. Plus, minus, division, multiplication. We do not want anything. So another way is you have to take this 2, because x plus 2, we have positive 2 here as well, to the other side of the equation. This is the right hand side. It is called the transposing. When you will take any term to the other side of the equation, this is called transposing. Transposing. So see, x equal to 5, just write down as it is. We are taking this 2 to the other side, and this is positive 2. When this will cross this is equal to sign, is equal to, the sign will change. Now it is minus 2. Keep in mind, if it is negative here, when it will go to the other side of the equation, it will turn to positive. If it is positive, it will be negative. So same thing, x is equal to 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. Right? So here we have solved this question with the very simple, very easiest way. This is also easiest way, but this is called the transposing. When we will take the term to the other side of the equation, it is called transpose. So in this lesson, you have learned what is the linear equation, right? I will just give you a quick summary that this is the equation. Whatever you have on the left hand side, all together it is called expression. Individually, these are called terms, or simply you can say the term is the part of the expression. This is 4x is one term. This is called the coefficient, and this is called the variable. Same thing here, coefficient and variable. And the linear equation, you have to express ax is equal to b. A and b are constant, while a should never be equal to 0. And in linear equation, you have to find out the value of x. If it's still any point is not clear, you can ask me, but please subscribe to my channel as well. And thank you so much.